I got three major takeaways for the Chicago Bears from their first preseason game against the Buffalo Bills, in which they did emerge victorious, by the way, by a final score of 33-6. So what is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports all back at it with another video talking some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. And make sure, if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. This is the perfect chance and perfect time to do so, folks. The preseason's here. All right, the regular season is going to be literally right around the corner. You're not going to want to miss out with the daily Bears content I'm going to provide and put out there for you guys. So hit that subscribe button, best way to support me, and hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, so let's get into this, people. I got three non-Caleb Williams takeaways from the Bears first game, by the way, because I gave my thoughts on Caleb and how he looked in my last video. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that out. So with that being said, let's talk about this game with the non-Caleb Williams takeaways. The first one I have is, let's give credit to the Bears D-line, especially Austin Booker. I mean, they look special out there. They were wrecking havoc. The Bills' offensive line was in shambles all game long. The Bears finished with 8 sacks on this one, all right, led by Austin Booker with 2.5, and then also Daniel Hardy had 2.5 himself as well, all right? Specifically, let's talk about Austin Booker, our draft pick from this past draft. I mean, his full stat line: 4 tackles, 2.5 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, 3 quarterback hits. I mean, the kid's special, folks. He is special. And here's the thing. I know he's a rookie, but at the end of the day, it's all about production. All right, and every time I watch this kid, all he does is produce. He jumps off the screen. Like, he is a guy that, again, just pops off, gets constant pressure, is always on the go. Like, the motor on this kid is crazy. So I love what I've seen from Austin Booker so far. I know he's a rookie, but if he keeps producing like this, what's stopping him from being a starter? I'm serious. Like, but what is stopping him from starting on this D-line if he continues to produce like this? I can't think of a reason why. So to me, yeah, I know they're going to bring him along slowly because he's a rookie and, you know, we get all that coach speak. But for the most part, get this kid out there as much as possible because he makes things happen. All right, that's what he does. And the overall takeaway, again, with Austin Booker is, I think he's a stud. I think the kid is going to be special, and he's going to be starting for us in no time, all right? The overall D-line looked great. The depth looked great. Love that. Shout out to Daniel Hardy as well. Like I mentioned, he also had 2.5 sacks. But to me, the main takeaway was Austin Booker, all right? Let's move away to takeaway number 2, or move on to it. We'll stick with the trenches. The offensive line looked solid. All right, we were missing 2 potential starters, Nate Davis and Ryan Bates, and I'm pretty sure they are going to be starters, but we'll see. Nate Davis is never available. But even still, the Bears' offensive line was pretty solid in this one. Only 1 sack they allowed, and that was Tyson Bagent. And to me, this is very crucial because that was my biggest thing that I was worried about in regards to Caleb Williams. All right, with Caleb, I was worried, hey, how is the protection going to look? And the Bills' defense isn't a slouch. Like, they're a decent D-line. Like, they can get pressure on you. And don't get me wrong, Caleb was pressured a few times, but the special thing about Caleb is he can elude and evade from pressure and be able to make plays. But there were times where he was able to snap the football, drop back, go through his progressions, and throw the football. I think it's specifically on the DJ Moore comeback route. That is what happened. Caleb went through his progressions, and he could only do so because he got enough time because of the offensive line. So I hope it continues in the regular season. I hope that we never have to talk about the offensive line being a major concern, because to me, that would derail everything. And let's just hope, knock on wood, that everyone stays healthy. I mean, Nate Davis is a lost cause at this point. I mean, if you cut him, it doesn't really matter. He's never available. But let's hope the rest of the guys out there don't get hurt and stay healthy, because that is what we need to help keep Caleb upright. All right. Takeaway number 3, finally, Velus Jones Jr., a mixed bag in this game for me. Look, they tried out the whole running back experiment with Velus Jones Jr., and he did score a touchdown in this one, so I'll give him credit for that. But he did make mistakes. All right, so his final stat line with the rushing was 6 rushes for 34 yards. all right, in a long rush of 19 yards. But let's talk about the mistakes, all right? He did drop the ball on a pitch. It was blown dead, but that could have been disastrous if it wasn't. He also slipped on a play, all right? It was able to get back up and get a few yards, but hey, where is, the form to be able to stay on your feet? And then even as the returner muffs the return, but gets the ball back. So it's like disaster nearly waiting to happen with Velus Jones Jr. I think my biggest issue with him is every single time I watch the kid play, like I worry what is going to happen that is bad. Like, I don't expect good things to happen when Velus touches the football. That's the sad part. I'm like, okay, is he going to muff it? Is he going to drop it? Is he going to, turn the football over? Like, that needs to go away from Velus. Now, look, I think he is secured in terms of the return game for now. Like, I think they will give him a shot to be the returner. But the second he starts muffing these punts and they go into turnovers and the other team gets him, he's as good as gone. So he's on a very, very short leash as far as the running back experiment. I mean, to me, if you want to use him as a gadget player on a player to a game as like an end around, if you will, or something like that, fine. But there's really no world where I want Velus to get the football a lot as a running back. It really isn't. I mean, certainly not as a wide receiver either. So to me, I feel like I'm already out on Velus. I think he's a bust, but, they're trying to see if they can pull out any little remaining potential in the kid. And like I said, I think he's going to get a chance to be that returner, but if he makes any mistakes, it's a short leash for Velus. I still wish him the best of luck, and I hope it works out for him, but it's not fun watching him potentially turn the football over. So those were my three main takeaways from this game. Obviously, a lot more that we can go into, and I'll obviously break it down more as we get into these other preseason games. But folks, I'm just so happy Bears football is back, as I'm sure you guys are. Let me know what you guys' biggest takeaways were from this game. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts as always. Thanks for watching.